Welcome back to another edition of Faces in the Corsair Crowd. Today I'm joined by Edward Lundy of the men's track and field team. Edward, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Lundy. I'm one of the captains of the men's track and field team on campus. I'm a junior marketing major with a management minor. And in terms of events, I am a short sprinter. So you'll most likely find me in the 60, the 200, the 100, so on and so forth.
Awesome. When did you first start getting involved in track and field?
Well, I first started getting involved when I was in high school. It was my ninth grade year. My math teacher and my dad recommended me to run track as a way to help with me playing basketball because I was playing basketball in high school and I was reluctant at the time. So I decided, hey, why don't I listen to my dad and give this a chance? And evidently that's what I did.
Yeah, sometimes listening to mom and dad really works out for you.
Most definitely.
When did you realize that that was the sport you wanted to pursue at a higher level instead of basketball?
That was my 10th grade year of high school, so my sophomore year. When I was playing basketball, I really didn't enjoy it. It felt more like a job more than anything. And I didn't like having to wake up and go to practice. So when track season rolled around, all that negative energy, I turned it into something positive on the track. And from there, that led me to getting numerous awards throughout the area, the conference, so on and so forth. And that's when I knew, hey, I can do something special with this.
Awesome. Would you say there are any athletes who have had an influence on your running career?
Yes, but those two athletes are not they're not track athletes because I'm a basketball player at heart. I usually take a lot of the foundational basics from the athletes that inspired me, and those two, they're former Celtics, Kevin Garnett and Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Garnett, I pretty much take his intensity and his approach to the game, and I use it on the track. And as far as Isaiah Thomas goes, because he was overlooked all the time, he never used that against him. He just kept going and kept persisting. So that's how I use that.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely two great players to follow. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone out there like KG.
No, not at all. He's the last of a dying breed. That's all I can say.
For sure. What brought you to UMass Dartmouth?
What brought me to UMass Dartmouth was on my visit, I noticed how everyone around here was like one big family, mm-hmm. and how comfortable I felt. And to me, the word that encapsulates it is home. I felt like I was at home. It's like home away from home. Mm-hmm. And that made my parents feel comfortable and say, hey, if he likes it here, we'll most likely like it here as well. And so far they've liked it.
That's awesome. What have you enjoyed most about that campus atmosphere?
It's just being around the people, how supportive everyone is around here. I can talk about how last year when our men's team went on that championship run for track and field, numerous people kept coming up to me on campus and even off campus. And they know a lot about it and they're pretty supportive. And I like how everyone wants to see each other win around here. So I definitely enjoyed that winning environment, and UMass Dartmouth has been that place for me.
Awesome. What have you missed most about being together with your teammates?
What I missed the most, I would have to say competing and being able to laugh with them, because I'm a competitor at heart. I like being able to compete and being able to just have fun, but also I like being around people. A lot of people will tell you that I'm a social butterfly. I like being around people. I'm an extrovert. So I definitely miss being around my teammates, laughing with them and offering them a lot of help or advice with whatever it is that they may need.
And have you guys been able to stay connected virtually, even though you're not together on campus right now?
Yes, we've been able to stay connected. We have our group chat. We've been able to set up several Zoom meetings where we're playing Kahoot or we're playing some kind of game, and just really catching up with one another, because we know that in the current times that we live in, times are just not optimal for anyone. So you kind of have to make the most out of the situation and just remember that we're all that we have.
Hmm. Yeah, that's great. Um, how would you say your experiences as an athlete have shaped you beyond the sport?
Beyond the sport, I've been able to take a lot of the disciplines and principles that I've learned from track just by, like, let's say my work ethic and my persistence. I've been able to use that in the classroom. I've been able to use that outside the classroom. For example, I work at the Charlton College of Business as a student peer mentor, another student ambassador. The drive and the focus that I have on the track, I incorporate that into both of my jobs, and everyone likes that energy and everyone feeds off of it very, very well.
Hmm. Awesome. What do you think will be your biggest takeaway from your time as a Corsair?
Biggest takeaway is that this is like UMass Dartmouth is really home. Like that's my biggest takeaway. And what I like about UMass Dartmouth in particular, when I came here, I look at the school as like my canvas. I'm the artist. I decide how I want to paint it. And if you paint the picture, and if you, well, I wouldn't say paint the picture, but if you paint your canvas well enough, it'll come out looking beautiful. And when you're all done with your academic career and your athletic career, you can look back at it and say, wow, I really did an excellent job.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me. I enjoyed getting to know another face in the Corsair crowd.
Thank you very much for having me.
Anytime. And we'll see you all next time, the next edition of Faces in the Corsair crowd.
See you. Thank you.